Oh man, that means
Okay, now I'm good.
we can't say half the things we normally say.
We say
They're
nigger in
Oh
my
god,
game.
they're
I don't
gonna
give a
they're gonna
fuck.
40K, he says on the
What are
box.
they gonna do?
They're gonna
Demonetize me? Oh no, I'm not monetized in the first place.
Oh
oh
no,
they're gonna call us racist.
you might get less than
Oh
3
Oh, oh, oh,
views.
oh, 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 oh,
Oh
oh,
Um.
oh,
no.
oh, 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 oh,
yeah yeah
oh.
yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, hey,
Everybody.
what color is green?
What?
Green.
I accidentally
Green?
deleted the. No,
Oh yeah, wait, you're colorblind. You can't.
It's
tell.
that color that looks
That's
like
the
a
one.
slightly darker shade of gray. You fucking colorblind bitch. No.
No, Tyler, that's not gray. That's aquamarine. Oh,
Blood
no.
hurting juice. All right.
Green is like 3,000 and something.
Oof.
Everybody, shut
My
up.
board hurting colors.
I'm too
Everyone knows
drunk.
the Jews had yellow stars, not gold.
No.
You're right.
Shut up. All right. Jock, your eyes flicker open, and you stare up at the wooden floor, the wooden ceiling of a very dimly lit, very barren room. Your bed has barely a sheet of thin linen as a mattress. You're lying on a pile of rags as a pillow, and you're still in your full gear. You feel, the first thing you feel is extreme lightheadedness. You feel like you can barely move your head at all. The second thing that hits you is your insatiable hunger. You feel like your stomach has been empty for at least a week.
My God, people haven't even like took basic care of me. They just threw me in the bed and said, "Fuck
Dim-
you."
Dim
Pretty
light,
much.
dim light streams through a few boards in the wall. It seems to be midday. As you slowly creak your head over, you see
In walks
Eckerd.
Dr. Yalmar.
No,
No, get the fuck away from me.
No.
no, you see Eckerd sitting in a small wooden chair, and he's just reading some book or something, and he's just sitting there, waiting for you to wake up.
Yeah. Food.
He looks up.
Bring
My-
me the whole town's food. It still will not be enough.
It's so good that you're awakened.
No,
I
I
thought-
feel like shit. I'd rather be dead.
Well, I thought you were dead after that encounter with the hag. I will have you know, it was slain shortly after you were dropped.
Drop like a bitch.
From outside.
My lord, it has been 7 days since you first exited that cave unconscious in my arms.
Yeah, I feel I haven't eaten in 7 days. I'm still in my equipment.
Well, we couldn't really treat you as there were no external wounds. It seems that some of your internal organs may have rotted slightly. But we have no means of treating that. And I've done my best to keep that awful barbarian Yalmar out busy building mills and houses.
Alright, I force myself to stand up.
Roll a constitution check.
Alright.
And he sleeps
Is this
again
a
for
check
another
or-
week.
Yeah.
No, the check.
13.
Okay. You barely manage to stand. Eckert stands up and takes you by the arm and helps you to your feet. You wobble a little bit. Your knees are shaky.
I
it feels
grab
like-
I grab out his hand and I start shaking it vigorously and I look him straight in the eye and go, "Thank you. You are a good man for keeping Yalmar away from me."
After he says that, Yalmar's gonna
No,
walk
you're
in.
not.
Ah, damn it.
Oh.
Damn it
No.
away from me.
You're busy building.
No, outside the window, you
Oh.
can hear Yalmar slamming against a piece of wood, going "build," and yeah,
Why won't you go up?
exactly. Eckerd takes you by the hand, and then he slowly eases you down to sit on the bed,
land of the...
and he says, "My lord, there are things we must discuss before we continue on."
Things about the village?
Well, yes.
Okay, then we need Bernard.
Why?
Because he is helping me manage the village.
Very well. Sir Bernard recently left with the strange woman, and I set them to go deal with a few problems, namely a small goblin town that was building up in the mountains. And
Stop opening shit, Brody.
no, stop it.
I have to.
No. And stop it. No. No, guys.
What's going on?
I don't
What
know.
are you doing?
No.
What are you doing?
I don't know.
No.
The fact that I am not on Tabletop Sim and just hearing this right now is just better. Mark's just going, no, go.
Oh,
No.
Brody's on the freaking tablet.
Stop.
God.
Stop.
Good, we're good, we're good. I just
No.
need
Just
to pull
hit
this up
open
for the
next one.
opportune moment.
No. I can't even use it because I'm on a Mac.
Well, maybe if you didn't buy shitty computers, you don't have this problem.
Hector looks at you and he says, "Oh yes, Bernard has been out. He's gathered up a small school, having Hojo and a few of the children gather around. He's been teaching them their basic letters, against my advisement."
Well, let's discuss what we need to discuss before I die of internal bleeding.
Yes, sir. Well, first, I've had the peasants cover up that abhorrent slab sitting out in the fields. I've placed men-at-arms along the forest line to keep watch in case that hag exits her awful cave. I doubt she will for some time. We killed a number of her servants, including one of her sisters. I doubt she'll leave that cave for any good number of time. This village should be safe for a while. And, yeah, that's roughly the gist of it.
Okay. So, has construction started on anything, and how's food been?
Yes, my lord. Shortly after you went unconscious, I left you in the care of Bernard, and I rode to your father's keep. I returned with men-at-arms bearing crates full of food. I'm sure, as per your wishes, I've kept the peasants from the crates. I've hid them in the floor below and blocked off the door to this dining hall. The food has strictly been for the men-at-arms, myself, your party, and when you awake, you. The peasants have mostly fended for themselves. They've done a bit of hunting in the woods.
Wait, they've been poaching?
Well, it was upon
Those
my
are my
order.
animals.
Oh
My
God,
lord.
you fucking dick.
The Lord Deathare granted me regency while you were unconscious.
Okay.
It was
Well,
upon
no
my
more
order.
hunting.
Yes, my lord.
They can scavenge for berries. They can survive off animal shit. Not stealing my animals.
That's extremely generous of you, my lord.
I know.
I've
I
also
know,
had
I'm
them,
such a great guy.
I've had them
Have to
attempt to
remind
fish.
me.
I've had them attempt to fish, but all that's done is had Yalmar jump into the river and try to punch fish.
They can.
And
fish. I will allow
as you
them to
say
fish.
that, you hear just a loud cacophony of just something blowing up. And if
Splashing
you
water.
peek out the window, Yalmar has shockwave punched a hole through one of the sails on the windmill, and he says, "Fuck it all, I'll start over."
And has no work been done on a castle? I know it's only been a week.
No, my lord. We've
Okay.
just barely finished the mill, and a few of the peasants that Alfonso and Bernard have brought have built small shacks outside in the fields.
That's good.
Yes, they seem to rescue 6 peasants and a strange ginger midget.
Ginger midget.
Yes, sir.
What is this ginger midget?
Oh man, me and AJ had some fun times while you guys were gone.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I believe his name is Helovitz, sir. He is a strange ginger midget in robes, and he has been teaching the children how to read.
completely speechless.
Bring me my midget.
All right.
That's my midget. Leave him alone.
For the time being, we'll leave Hell of It to finish. Purposely butcher his name. To do what he does, being a ginger midget. Next order of business. I do think that we need to work on a castle. I cannot stay here.
My lord, we barely have the means to build huts.
Oh. They can do it.
Yes, my lord.
They can manage.
I will speak with Yalmar, who is unfortunately our most
The
experienced
lead
builder.
carpenter.
Yalmar actually has fine craftsmanship if you examine his work. He's like an autistic child.
Fyodor has been
He's right,
guiding
you
the
know.
peasants as best he can, although he rarely leaves his blacksmithing shack once Yalmar gets into his moods. And I don't see much of any air quotes the woman, but I presume she's somewhere around here.
He's supposed to be my marshal, keeping order.
I'm doing the best I can. It has been a madhouse around here. Now then, without out of the way, I will prepare your breakfast, my lord. And he bows and heads down the stairs.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just sit here.
But it's not like
Not
you need to get
really.
dressed or anything. We didn't take you out of your armor, so.
Yeah.
Well, what is that gonna help?
Filthy, pox-ridden.
Just tossed him in there and went off on their
Lord.
own adventure.
Fuck it, he'll be fine.
Yeah, they'll
That's
figure
what's
it out.
terrible.
He's their lord. They'll figure it out.
As soon as Edgar descends down the stairs and the door closes behind him, leaning against the door is Castor.
Oh.
He leans against the door with his arms crossed, and he's just looking at you.
I bet you wouldn't kill me, would you? I had a faint hope I would be quitting when I was ahead, but no, now here I am.
Are you saying you want to die or not?
No. If I said I wanted to, then that would be weakness.
Knocking
But
on heaven's
there was
door.
hope. Not so much as a want, but a hope.
Oh, I see. You've grown weary of this strange and awful life you've been living. Is that it?
Like my life is that awful. It's this circumstance.
Well, as a messenger of circumstance, I've come to remind you of our contract. You've spent, and he looks at his wrist. There's no watch there. About an entire month and a half sitting in this godforsaken country you call a home. And I've come to ask you, what are you doing? He just looks at you expectantly.
Recovering from my wounds.
Yes. That you certainly are. Jock, would you like to know what happens to the contracts that don't get fulfilled?
What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Oh.
Everybody outside of the hall, Bernard, Alfonso, Yalmar maybe in the distance, you just hear the loud wham! Jock, you were sent flying back into the wall of the room.
Do I take damage?
Terrible movie.
Yeah, you do, but fuck it.
Bernard's gonna giggle at
Come
this
on,
because he
Dolly.
knows exactly what's happening in there.
Hearing this, can I enter now, Mark? Hearing this, Yalmar is intrigued because he's taking a liking to performing medical procedures.
Okay.
And any time he hears like somebody like yelp, go ow or anything, he's running over because he's hoping he gets to like
God.
set some bones.
Okay,
or
Yalmar,
something.
you're running there, but all right, fuck it, Jock, you take 11 damage as you slam into the wall.
Well,
of
I'm
the
unconscious
room.
again.
No, you're not. You have full health. Fuck off.
Oh, just what I just thought I was gonna be waking up. I guess not.
No, you slam against the wall. You're in full armor. It doesn't really hurt you that much. You're fine. Shake it off.
I have
And
internal bleeding.
it's fine. And Caster he steps off the wall with his arms crossed and he looks down at you. And he says, "You know, I really don't want to do this to you, Jock. I've actually grown a bit fond of you and your group. But I have to put my foot down. You haven't forgotten, have you?
No.
No, you haven't. It's very important. I've treated you quite well. I would say that without my help, you would never see this land where you were born. You would never see your father again. You wouldn't receive this." He looks out the window. Village. You would have nothing. I just want you to know, you could still have nothing, if that's what you want. I don't threaten.
The king of nothing.
I just urge you to reconsider your priorities. What do you think?
Well, let's see. Out of the whole time we've been in Bretonia, I've probably been conscious and able to do something for about 3 days. So, I don't think I'm getting that science check. I plan to get back as soon as I get my estate semi-order.
Is that right? Well, then it looks like I've been concerned over nothing. I'm sure you'll get on that as soon as you possibly can. Enjoy. You blink, and Caster's disappeared from the room. Suddenly, the
And-
door whips open, and Yalmar is standing in the doorway.
Who's hurt? Is somebody hurt? I can heal them. I'm a doctor now. And I run up and I just start immediately just like patting Jacques down. And while I'm doing it, I'm like, oh, good to see you're awake, buddy. Does this hurt? And he like I squeeze his left
In the
arm really,
doorway,
really
Eckert
hard.
runs through and wraps his arms behind you. He's like, "Get off of him!"
And I'm just dragging. I'm still just like, looking for hurt spots on Jacques. Hopefully bones I get to set.
I'm fine. Stay away from me.
Make a grapple check,
All right.
Wait, who?
Yalmar.
Just turned into a slap fight. No! No!
It's
Ah,
all
shit, fuck me.
Alfonso. It looks like our good Lord's
7.
awake.
Wait, what am I adding to that?
Your
Here, hold on.
strength.
I'll be right back. Hold on.
Yeah, 7 plus 4. Yeah, that's not enough.
Yeah. So Eckert, he's a big man, so he wraps his arms around you and then pulls you back. And he's like, "Stop it!" And he throws you. He doesn't throw you. He like forces you to step a few steps back away from him. He's like, "Yalmar, no."
And Yalmar stands there and he's just like, I was just trying to help. Relax.
No, I know. You're just trying to help. I get it.
Yalmar
Let's go eat
walks
breakfast.
off.
Storms off angrily.
No, not even
Ow.
so. He just walks off. Here's an owl out in the distance. He just darts off towards it.
That's
it's a
Hojo
peasant, so
sitting
it's like,
in.
Oh.
That's Hojo
my
sitting in one of the
lord.
small buildings by the square. He's got a paper cut. And he holds it up to you, Bernard, and he's like, paper hurts.
Yalmar runs in like
I'm just
he's
gonna
not even,
grab
like,
my
closed fist
temples.
sprinting. He's like knife hand like sprinting, and he just like kind of bumps Bernard to the side, and he's like, "Oh, I got this.
I'm sure you
And-
do.
And he looks at the finger, and he goes, "This is severe. We might have to amputate."
No, you do not.
And then he laughs. He's like, "Oh, I'm just kidding. And he just like squeezes it really hard. The finger actually goes white.
Over in the corner is Helovitz flipping through a book, just like uninterested.
Yeah, that's fine.
Around his neck is hanging a small pinky finger attached to a string.
God damn it!
Oh,
I need to walk over to
I
Helovitz real
completely
quick and have a
forgot about it.
conversation with
Where's-
him.
Where is Alfonso at in
Am I in the
correlation
room?
to this?
I don't know
Am
what
I in the room or not?
Alfonso. What do you do? It's
I'm
been a couple
not in
days
that
since
room
then.
because if I saw that, I'd be fucking killing.
I'm gonna.
you're-
I need to tell Helovitz something. I'm gonna lean in and tell, hey, you maybe you should not wear that until we're gone.
Why?
Remember when the pretty little lady told you to drop it?
Oh, you mean the Shea Demon?
What?
The She Demon?
Oh yeah, her. How she told you to drop that and you didn't?
Oh.
Remember how she also nearly tossed you into a fire?
Alright, I'm back.
Well, okay. I guess.
Keep that in your pocket, and when we leave, you can wear it. When
I
we
like to
come
play with it.
back, that's fine. Just
The
not,
children like to play with it too.
That's also fine. Just not while we're in town. If she saw that, she would be very not happy.
Oh.
And you're
Okay.
not a good fighter.
I guess.
Remember what we did to that village of goblins?
Oh. Okay.
I don't want this to happen to you. So
No,
please
you-
keep
you-
that hidden.
Okay. And he tucks it in his pocket, and he looks over at the kids. He's like, "Hey kids, look!" And he transforms into a visage of a big orc, and he's like, "Oh, I put the finger away, you gits!" And all the children are like, "Ah!"
I'm also going to
Wait.
lean in and say, hey, be careful with that too around here. They don't like magic too much.
No, but the kids love it.
The kids are fine, just the older ones. Be careful, don't let them see that.
What's the little ginger midget's name again?
You don't probably even know.
Yeah, so Yalmar sees an orc in the room right now.
Well, no. Specifically, you see a small ginger midget turn into an orc.
Yeah, Yalmar sees a small ginger midget turn into an orc, immediately lets go of the guy's finger. The color returns back to it, and it starts bleeding again. And he just stands up, and he's just... Warp Spawn!
No.
git looking at me?
And Yalmar just charges forward and just punches it in the face.
You punch it, and it transforms into an illusion of a bat, and you just see a fucking little bat with a little fucking face flying around. And like, ow, ow, ah! And he's like screaming and crying.
Yalmar's trying to catch that bat.
Yalmar?
He's gonna Ozzy Osbourne it.
Yalmar, no. No, this is our friend.
Yalmar like whips his head around and looks at Bernard real quick, and he's like foaming at the mouth and breathing heavy. Warp Spawn.
Not
Suddenly
warp
you hear
spawn.
a flop, and you see the ginger midget landing on his stomach on the floorboards, and he looks up, he's like, "You fucking psychopath!"
Yalmar looks at it, and he's like, he sniffs. He's like, "What are you?"
I'm a wizard.
He's like me and Alfonso.
Yalmar walks away.
That's probably the best outcome we could have had from that.
What the fuck?
He's a very strange man.
Oh my god.
Yeah, tell me about it.
And so, the day passes relatively calmly.
Before that,
No, please tell me what you're doing. I was gonna ask.
I'm gonna go look at the mill. I'm going
yeah.
to inspect the mill.
Yalmar did a fairly decent job. You actually see 2 or 3 of the peasants. They're brand new faces. There are peasants that Alfonso and Bernard rescued. And you see one or two of them dragging small logs out from the forest nearby over to the mill where a man is taking a saw and cutting them into boards. And that's pretty much it.
Okay. A lot better than I was expecting.
Yeah, it's decent. I mean, it does. There's small pieces of blood wound, like small splatters of blood, where unbeknownst to you, Yalmar has been teaching the peasants to punch nails into boards. But other than that, it's fine.
Hammer you can bring everywhere with you is a good hammer.
Yes.
Yeah, but they probably don't even have hands.
Yes. Yeah, Alfonso, what are you
Yeah.
doing? What do you do in your day?
Yeah, where is
More-
Alfonso? I want to go
more
see
in the-
Alfonso.
More in the loss of my hand or pinky.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go.
That's
You
what
find-
that's what you just came back to, Tyler. Was the little redhead midget is wearing Alfonso's pinky around his neck.
While you're
Wait,
walking
what?
around, no, shut up. While you're walking around,
No, that's in his pocket now. He doesn't see it.
nearby Theodore's blacksmith house, sitting on a barrel, you just see Alfonso, and she's just staring at her hand. And one of the first things you notice is that her hand is a little bit different than you remember. It's now 4 instead of 5.
I go up, and I say, well, your mat's going to be a little short now, isn't it?
Oh,
right down to 10 now,
burn
bitch.
damage.
I look
That's
up at him and
fucked
say, man, that's really weird. Your face used to be a lot better looking, huh?
I put my hand on
You don't
her
even
shoulder.
remember that.
Roll to intimidate.
I put my hand on her shoulder, and I go, and you used to be a man.
Oh man.
But
And you know
anyway,
what's funny is that this is the deepest conversation these two have had ever.
Yeah, honestly, they've never really spoken more than a couple words.
Hey, we spent a good
Get on my
solid-
shoulder.
We spent
Come here, bud,
solid
Tyler.
like 3 games on each other with me on his shoulders. It's fine. We bonded enough. We didn't bond with words. We bonded with actions.
The
anyway,
fact that you kept the bugs away was alone. It's enough.
in all seriousness, what? Hold on, Alexa, start talking. In all seriousness, what happened to your hand?
I just sort of look back down at it really disappointedly, and I go, "Well, we killed a village of goblins, and this just happened to be what they got out of me."
How?
Threw a spear, hit my hand.
Did you try to catch it?
No,
Because I
No,
look
it
at my
was just,
hand.
More like high-fived it, and it didn't turn out
It's-
so well.
and I remember back to exactly what I was doing at the time, and I just look back up at him and go, "It's a long story."
I can speak from experience trying to catch a crossbow bolt. It's not good. Don't do that.
Yeah, I got a little headstrong, but it was cool. It was cool up until the spear hit my hand.
At least my arm fixed itself. I'm
I
sure it'll
thought-
go back.
I thought home arm fixed your arm.
No, he didn't. He made it worse.
Huh.
Trial and error, boys. Trial and error.
But I'm sure it'll grow back. There's been worse things in the world.
I sort of like. Yeah. I don't know. Keep looking at
And
my
I tap
hand.
her shoulder and I just go off.
Thanks for comfort, Dad.
All the peasants hear that around as he's walking off. Dad! They all dart their head. There's a bastard in our midst.
And now, time passes. I need to know your intentions. One night, while you're sitting around eating the food that isn't for the peasants, you're all
Those guys.
together. Eckerd sits down in a chair nearby, and he says, "So, what are you doing now?"
Wait, what's up?
Everybody's eating, and Eckert sits down and he says, "All right, so what's everybody doing now?"
Eating.
Want a castle?
Your castle won't be ready for at least a month or two, my lord.
Alright. Bernard,
Yes.
how's enacting our book coming?
I smile and say, quite well, actually.
Gonna have a peasant uprising here soon.
Nonsense.
That's why I have been teaching, after all, to get them started, along the path.
Communism in the Bretonian Empire.
Hallelujah!
It'll spread like wildfire, I'm sure.
It's raining.
Though I'm gonna say, pointing my fork at him, your village elder is more like a village idiot.
We gotta work with what we got. My village is barely a village.
He's got quite a long haul ahead of him. The kids are fast learners, though.
At least there's an upside to saving them. So,
All of a sudden, Yalmar gets a look on his face like he just caught inspiration. And he looks up at everybody and he goes, "You know what day it is?"
Tuesday.
Wednesday?
Friday.
All wrong. And he runs out real quick and he comes back about a minute later with the red-headed midget.
It's Saturday.
Get the fuck off!
No, leave him alone!
And he's holding it by like the scruff and he goes, "This is one of those, what do you call them? Where I come from, they're called leprechaun."
Oh no. Well, he's not a leprechaun. Yalmar, he's just...
Yalmar places him on the table and he goes, "But wait, it gets better.
The hell of it,
These
he'll be
leprechauns.
alright.
On this day in particular, bring us beer, and the best beer. I think they call it, St. Patrick's Day."
Oh,
What the
Lord.
fuck is that?
I think
It's
he
a
had
holiday
sex with a
just
bunch
for
of serpent
drinking.
ladies at some point.
It's a
Oop, we're
holiday
disconnected
just
again.
for drinking.
Let me show you a trick. He fucking
No,
poofs.
hell of it!
He fucking poofs and turns into a net. And he flicks over and jumps onto your shirt, Bernard.
Wait, a what?
Eckert's-
A gnat?
Yeah. Eckert stands up and flips the fucking table. And he's like, what the fuck?
I stand up and hold my hand out and say, no, no,
Yalmar stands
no.
up also and he looks at Eckert and he said, "That's what I'm thinking." And then he gets mad again. Warp spawn.
No.
Alonzo just
I'm
kicks
pretty
her
mad.
feet up on the table and keeps chewing her food, just like enjoying the scenery.
Wait, did my food get thrown?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm
Everybody's
pissed.
food got thrown.
I hand you an apple and I just let it play out. Just let them do their thing.
Yalmar is going to attempt to catch the gnat off of Bernard's shirt.
I got a week of catching up to do with eating.
Everybody, suddenly, you feel a slight shift in the air. Yalmar, you stick your hand in front of the net, and the net stops in midair. Food is flying through the air and suddenly stops.
Wow,
The
shit.
table is mid-flip. Eckert is standing up, mid-pissed. And suddenly, you look
Just
over.
imagine his face and just...
Yeah, exactly. You look over, and in front of you, Yalmar, you just see Castor standing there, looking up at you, like literally like a foot in front of you, just
Wait,
looking up at you with his arm crossed.
Is
Wait, are all-
everybody
I've got my
frozen?
hand out
No,
trying to
the
keep him
party
from
is
getting to
not.
my net. Say, this is
The party
mine.
is not frozen. The net's
continue
frozen in
eating.
midair, and you just see Castor staring
I'm gonna
up at
like
you.
cup the net and just stick it in my pocket.
Okay.
It's mine.
Yalmar forgets everything and he looks at Castor, and for the first time,
I'm gonna smile at Castor and give him a little friendly wave.
He doesn't even look at you.
Good.
for the first time, everybody seeing this, Yalmar bows his head a little bit.
Castor just looks up at you, and then steps back and turns to face the whole party. And he says, "My friends, what are you doing?"
Eating an apple.
Trying to save my friend from being murdered by a psychopath.
I just imagine me and Alphonse in the corner of the room, like the freaking
munching.
outcast of a party. Just
I have to
wish
tell
I
you.
wasn't here. I wish I was back home. I just want to eat my food. These people are too loud.
Have you ever heard of the term herding cats?
Yes.
That's exactly
would you
what
herd
I
I'm
do.
gonna let out a
That's
very
asinine.
weary sigh. If only you knew the cats I've been trying to herd lately.
Yes, I am aware. My friends, and he flicks a finger, and suddenly you see 4 contracts lined up. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. 3. 4 of them, but one's covered in blood, and you can't read it. So not 3, 4. And one of them's covered in blood. Just totally ineligible. Papers dyed red. And
I
he
tap
says,
Jacques on the shoulder. Hey, I bet I know whose that is.
he says, "I need not remind you, and I won't repeat myself. It's time to move. You've been here for too long." Alfonso, or Alphonse, lift up the amulet, point it around.
I sort of like nonchalantly pointed around the room.
Over to the east, you see the light shine, and then you turn around and you point it to the west, and it shines, and it's even slightly brighter than the one pointing to the east.
Ooh.
And Castor says, "Do I need to make myself any clearer?"
I have a question.
What?
Is the one to the west across the ocean?
No.
Okay.
It's
We're
actually,
going west.
Yeah.
It's actually fairly closer than you think. Now, I hate doing this because, honestly, it's a bit tiring, but I need you to start moving. I'm aware you've had great fun sitting
I haven't
around.
had fun.
We made some friends. Had some good times. Broke a
Lost a
couple
pinky.
arms. Oh.
He actually chuckles for a second, and he's like,
Oh, fuck
Alright.
you!
"I get it, but it's time to move. My master's actually getting slightly impatient, and when my master gets impatient, bad things happen." He looks over at you, Bernard, and he says, "I'll leave the rest to you. You know what to do, don't you?"
I nod and I say, I think I can figure things out.
"Good.
Promoted.
Then I need not tarry here any longer. Herd these cats for me."
I'll do my best. I'm sure I'll be talking to you again very soon.
You see the slight flicker of a scowl across his face, and then suddenly, in a blink of an eye,
Wait.
never mind. He stops and he looks over at you, Jock. What?
You make me a castle?
Oh my god.
You're like an all-powerful being. I mean, should be nothing. You made it. You brought a ship into the air and snapped it in half. You could chop down some woods and pile them up.
You do realize
Jesus fucking
I-
Christ, dude.
he rubs the nasal of his nose, and it's like, all right, I'm gonna spell something out for you. Are you ready? Take notes.
All right.
I sort of like scoot my chair away from John.
Bernard's jaw is
Bring- I
about
pull
to
it
hit the damn floor at this point.
Yeah, Yelmar takes a few steps back away from Jacques.
Those platinum coins I gave you, to you, and he looks around. Wait, where's the elf?
That's a good question, actually.
He's
lost track of him about
gone.
him.
I think he
Yelmar
ran away
looks
from
around.
home.
Yelmar looks around also, and he goes,
Actually, no,
Where's
we haven't
Siam?
seen him. We haven't seen him since. We haven't seen him in probably like 2, 3. Actually, no,
Since
it's been like
no,
3
the
weeks.
last time you saw him, Jock, was when you left in the middle of the night from your room, telling you he was fucking off.
Yeah, that was like 3 weeks ago, I think.
He's-
Because he said he was gone for 2 weeks.
"Wait,
Castor-
Siam or Arendor?"
Farandor.
Arendor.
Oh.
And
Siam's in the village with us.
no, he's not.
Yeah,
He'd be back at
Siam's
the
not here.
daddy's
either.
place, wouldn't he? Recovering from a broken lung.
Didn't he
From a-
come here with us?
He did
Broken
not.
vagina.
Caster just sighs and he's like, you know, I met him in the woods trying to go back to Athelorn. Forgive me. I hurt him a bit, and I turned his path around.
Now
I'm
he's
not
probably lost.
Oh, that's not my problem. Anyway, listen. The coin that I gave to you and the elf, they contain bits of my power. I'm limited in the ways I can manipulate this world. The things I can do, the powers I have, they've been granted to me as what you might think of as rations. I can't save you if you truly screw up. But I can interfere. And my job is to put you on the right track, which is what I'm trying to do. I asked you earlier if you wanted to know what happens to the people who sign contracts and don't fulfill the mission. They're in a dark place. They lose their lives, but their souls are bound to an eternal hell that you could not even comprehend. Such is the fate that awaits you, unless you do what the Master wants. Do I make myself crystal clear?
Yeah, no clearer than you did this morning.
Yalmar walks out of the room and starts heading west.
You start walking out of the room, and your body fucking starts shaking. And then suddenly you feel a force grab you from the stomach, lift you up. It's like a terrible fucking stomach pain. And then suddenly you feel a punch across your face that sends you flying into the fucking frozen table. And the table splinters into 1,000 fucking pieces as you slam onto the ground. You take 15 damage.
Bernard's still just there, his jaw fucking about to hit the damn floor at just
I was
the blatant...
just trying to get going, sorry.
Be quiet. Now, I want you to know, I'm on your side. Truly, I want you to succeed. For if you don't, maybe no one will. There is a time limit. I want you to carry on. So please, be on your way. Leave behind whatever petty gold you have for this small piece of... And you see him actually lose his composure for just a slight second. He says, this piece of shit village. And go. Carry on.
Your words wound me, sir.
Indeed, they have.
A slight breeze blows through the dining hall, and then Caster is gone. The splinters of the wood fall to the ground. Yalmar, you're sitting there lying up on the floor of the dining hall.
While
and time
they're
carries
all
on.
distracted, I am walking my ass out of the room with the net in my pocket.
Yalmar
I
doesn't
kick the
even say a
table
word.
back
He
over
just
and sit down and
the
sit
table's
down
broken.
and say,
The table's broken.
"Oh, it's broken."
I just fell through it.
Oh,
The
shit.
table has been splintered into 1,000 pieces and scattered to the wind.
Yalmar just stands up and he walks out the door and he's like, "Come on, we gotta go west."
I look at Alfonso and go, "Well, that was uncalled for."
I'm just looking at him like a castle, really, a castle.
Yeah. What? You don't want your pinky back?
Well,
Oh
it's,
my
just,
God.
it's just a time and place thing, you know.
He's here, and we're at the place where I want the castle built.
I get up and I follow Bernard out the door.
All right, I guess we're leaving in the middle of the night, so I'm grabbing my shit and going with him.
And so, the party grabs their shit and goes.
Eckerd, make sure this village doesn't get any shittier.
My
Well,
lord,
like a castle if you can swing it.
I don't think that's possible. But I will have them place some structures for you. You will have at least the nicest building in this village, to the best of my ability.
Is there one of the peasants who just like particularly has picked up carpentry from Yalmar better than the other ones?
Fucking no.
Okay. Never mind then.
Before we leave, I need to have a word with Hector.
Okay, shoot.
And tell him. The orange midget.
Yes?
He will be staying here for a while.
Why? He looks visibly annoyed at this.
I'm gonna lean in and smile. He's taking up my work while I'm gone, and he's to be left alone.
Your work of teaching these filthy peasants how to read your...
That's right. And my orders come from someone higher than you. This
Watch
is straight
your words.
from... Oh, I'll tell Lord Deacer that you have told, his servant to watch his words. Eckert? It is under Lord Deacer's wishes that these children are to be educated.
Bernard, what's your AC at?
11.
Bernard, he punches you in the face. You take 5 damage as his
Everybody's
metal
getting punched
gauntlet
and beat up.
slaps across your fucking chin.
That's fine.
He sends you reeling.
I'm going to
stands
smile a
there.
very toothy smile.
He
I
stands
turn around
there
at the
and
noise
looks
and-
down at you and says, I have traveled with Lord Deacer before you were even born, child. You will not speak to me in such a manner. I am a knight of this land. Know your place.
I'm going to
I come
smile a very
walking up,
toothy
still
smile and say, I'll let you have that one for free, Eckert.
I'm holding my hand out towards Eckert, and I say, at the doorway, and I say, "Hey, you need to calm down. Don't hurt my friend."
I come walking up, eating my apple still. What's going on?
Your Lord General here, Deacer, has informed me that my assistant will no longer be teaching your children how to worship, well, not worship, but how to properly implement the book we've been working on.
I'm about to cook them.
What, you're teaching everyone to read?
Just the children.
He's teaching the peasants.
I thought we were just teaching one guy to read.
He's
No,
very
he's been
slow.
teaching the children.
The
Oh.
children pick it up much quicker than he does. It's more strategic this
abhorrent.
way.
Well, I recommend picking one child out of the group to teach him to read. Because
One
multiple
child
people
spewing Marxist beliefs.
multiple people learning to read can be problematic.
That's
There's a
fine.
reason we keep them in the dark.
This is, oh god, this is fucked.
We can do that.
Think of it. The more people who can read, the more people who can write. The more people who can write, the more people can write another book.
Fair enough.
So, limit to one of the best children. The one that's the most zealous.
So,
One.
The one who really believes what you're
I look at
telling us.
Eckert.
So I'm going to look at
one's
Eckert.
fine, right?
and give a very sarcastic and but yet very sarcastic bow and says, "Does this fit with his lordship's wishes?"
So long as it comes from Lord Deacer's tongue and not yours.
I put my hand down and walk over to Bernard. You're a sarcastic little asshole, you know that? I love it.
Oh God.
Fuck me now.
No, not like that!
Later.
Okay.
Yalmar's at the edge of the village. I want to call the Alpha Wolf.
Dude, fuck off with that. I regret giving you that.
Why, dude? It's so cool.
Alright.
So I'm going to.
I just ride it. Like, that's all I do. Like, I am the
Okay,
Alpha
but
Wolf now.
before
I
that
get on my
happens-
horse like an adult.
Before that happens, what's everybody else doing?
I'm getting on my horse like an adult. I'll just ride out the town towards. I don't know.
I sort of like poke Bernard in the face where he
Well,
got
west,
punched because
actually.
I know it's sore.
Wait, which way's west?
I'm going to twinge a
I see
bit
two-
and say, "I don't believe I ever prodded your finger."
Okay. which
Yeah,
which
you're
of
right,
these
but this is a lot more
W's
fun than losing my finger.
Which
Fair
of these
enough.
W's is west?
Oh god.
Look at that.
You know, I made this joke the other day.
Well, the W, that's north right there, so it's this
No.
way. It's
That-
this way.
That's supposed to be south.
I look over at him and be like, hey, you know I
This
just have an
that's-
amulet,
Wait.
right? We can
No,
just
this
follow
is
the
north.
amulet.
This is west.
We could
East.
not
South.
okay. Okay, we're not gonna
No.
follow the amulet.
I need to also have
No.
a conversation with Helevitz before I leave.
Oh, please do.
I need to get out
the
of
Helevitz.
out of ear and eye shot of everyone. I'm probably gonna
Alright,
walk
you
around
can-
somewhere.
You can feel free to message me.
Good.
you
Oh,
you go suspiciously behind a building with the midget.
I was gonna, I had
One more
some,
time before we leave, Helevitz.
I had some good music queued up for Mischievous Acts, but I'll save it for later.
Really?
Oh, hell
Really?
yeah. Yes.
Alright.
Why do you think I opened my fucking little pad thing?
And so, after Bernard receives his last blowjob, you you travel off into the west. Yalmar, standing at the edge of the wood line, you see a pair of glowing eyes, and out steps a massive dire wolf that stares
like
at
a regular
you.
wolf, but more dire.
He stares at you,
But die.
and inside your mind you hear, Alpha, you must know. I smell terrible things in the wind.
Yalmar,
And-
Yal-
and Yalmar's
Yalmar's
like,
gonna
"Okay."
sniff into the air, and he goes, "What do you smell?"
The village.
Yalmar, when you sniff into the wind, you know what you smell?
What's that?
Chaos.
Ooh,
Yalmar
chaos.
says that under his breath. He goes, "Chaos."
My lord, I fear something terrible is happening. Something bad has come into this land.
Well, there's no better thing to do for us than to hunt it down. For we have Ulrich with us. That should spur him on.
In
Right.
in not furry terms, he howls and lets you ride him.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Yalmar howls with him, and then he goes,
okay.
"Chaos!" And I'm gonna just ride off.
The rest of you see Yalmar ride off to the west, and
Yelling, chaos.
and forgive me, I'm gonna force you to follow him. And so, leaving behind Tyler's shitty village, AJ, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
You ride off into the distance.
Where's
The
Gabo?
sunset.
Sit in
Gabbo's
one of
in
your
my-
fucking bags.
Gabbo's in my backpack.
Oh, okay.
He's been there
Wow.
for a hot second, actually.
Yeah, he's
Probably
probably
check on him.
dead. Yeah, he's probably dead.
Yeah, you know what? You know, in the I'm giving like the main story. In the side story, Gabbo's going around fucking just looking at shit. He tends to stay in one of your bags because he's gotten the impression that these people don't like him and will probably cook him and eat him. But other than that, you know, it's fine. And yeah, he's just basically been chilling. And notably, he stays away from Yalmar.
Why? We're buddies. We're best.
yeah,
I saved
yeah,
his
it's-
life.
He
Actually,
really avoids the shit out of you. And
I am the sole reason he is still alive and not swimming with some
you know,
fucking
that's true
octopus
of like
thing.
almost all of you. Time passes. You follow Yalmar riding on his wolf, heading out to the west, following the main roads. As the night goes by, a sense of unease drifts through all of you. It's as
I
if
feel uneasy.
it's it's as if smoke begins filling your lungs.
A bit
It's
dusty, eh?
it's difficult to breathe. It's shut the fuck up. It's
That's some good role play.
it's uncomfortable.
Oh.
Yalmar, finally you crest a hill as the morning rises. It's about 8 a.m. And you look across the field and you spot two figures. They're familiar to you.
The same two from before.
Yes. One of them is a huge hulking figure, cloaked in a robe that covers his face in a dark shadow. Strapped to his back is a massive hammer-like weapon that is almost his size, and comparatively, he is massive.
It's
So
too big to
this
be
must
called
be
a
a
hammer.
weapon of true, fearsome power.
How far
Two-
away do they look
Much
like
more
they
like
are.
a slab of iron, eh, Brody?
Probably about 200 feet down into
Okay.
the field.
What'd you say, AJ?
Much more like a slab of iron. It's much too big to be called a hammer.
Oh, fuck off!
I don't get that reference.
That's
You
Next,
will. You
to
will.
the left of him is a small, thin man who is also cloaked in a dark robe. Stop. And he stands there with his arms behind his back, both of them facing the direction that you come from, Yalmar. The rest of you pull up onto the hill behind, and you can see Yalmar stopping and staring down at something in the field. And as you crest the hill, you also spot these two figures that just stand there ominously in the middle of the grassy field, watching you.
Can I tell if like the chaos,
Menacing.
like the chaos?
Yes, who
smell
all
is
of you,
coming
and
from them?
you know who you are. You can sense the extreme smell of blood coming from them.
You mean
Oh,
everyone but me?
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much. The only one left in the dark.
I'm just riding along, just like.
No shit, these fuckers.
And they're just standing there, right?
They're just standing there looking at you.
I
They're
ride
200
my...
feet away.
Yes.
I'm gonna dismount the great wolf, and I'm gonna like rub him, and I'm gonna give him a piece of jerky, and I'm gonna say, "Thank you, old friend. I won't involve you in this."
The great wolf turns to you and looks you dead in the eye and says, "Farewell." He
What's that
turns
jerky you got?
and departs into the woods.
Dude, I got so much shit in my fucking inventory.
He's a hungry boy. He's a hungry boy.
Yeah, so am I. You got a week worth of catching up to do.
No, I was talking about you.
All right, so I dismounted. I'm gonna just start walking down the hill, like towards where they are in the field.
Can I see these these figures?
You all see them.
Okay.
I yelled at Homer, I'm like, hey, maybe we should think about this before we just go headstrong in. I know you're not going to, but maybe we should.
You'll be fine.
Yelmar is gonna stop and he's gonna look back and he's gonna say, "This is true chaos." And
Yeah, I get that feeling. That's why I'm saying you need to not go head first in.
Yalmar is he can't say no to hunting this. Like literally, I can't.
You know, I wish there was a common sense roll I could make you make right now.
Yeah,
But there
but I
isn't.
mean, yeah, he cannot like being part of Cult of Ulrich.
No, I get
he
it.
cannot like.
I lean to Alphonse and go, hey, you want to take bets? Just
I'm
sit here
gonna
and
lean
watch.
into this little conversation and say, yeah, do you want to just, you want to just
Say that
kind
again?
of hang back?
No, I think we should definitely help him. I don't think he's going to get out of this one.
I got this on the dark figures.
I bet you threw a whole stack in, didn't you? You threw a whole friggin' stack, didn't you?
I look at the money. I look back at Yomar. I look back at the money. Oh.
Yeah, Yalmar's gonna grab his axes off his hip, and I'm just gonna keep. No, I'm not gonna grab my axes off my hip yet. Yalmar's just gonna keep walking towards them.
As you
God
approach,
damn it.
you get about 60 feet of distance close to them. And then as soon as you do, Yalmar, you feel a force. It's like gravity intensifies on where you're standing. It's awful. It's the worst thing you've ever felt. The large hulking figure takes 2 steps forward and just looks at you from underneath his hood. His arms are like tree logs. His body is massive and slightly hunched over in a way that an orc might be. However, you sense something worse. And the small figure, the skinny man, steps slightly back and stands there with his arms behind his head, his arms behind his back, and watches.
All right, so here's the deal. I got 120 on the dark figures.
Shit.
I get off my horse and I'm like, really?
Hold on,
Like
hold on.
they're
I hold my
fucking
hand
with
out.
him though.
I hold
Like-
my hand out, and
Like if
I'm
they're
still
gonna do
sitting on
that
my
to him,
horse.
they're gonna kill us all.
Hold on. I still have my platinum coin. If things go south, I win the bet.
Oh goddamn.
Am I able to like move at all?
Yes. It takes a great force of will, but you can take a few steps if you want to.
It. Fuck. Damn,
Golden
you guys,
one.
You guys aren't gonna help me, are you? Oh shit! Wait, what?
No, everybody. I want everybody to stop the OOC for a minute. Golden one. You hear from the voice. The hulking figure in front of you.
I return with. Hey, chaos.
We have been waiting for you. You are one of interesting power. It's been a long time since one of your kind has stepped out of that awful prison in the ocean.
And hearing that, Yalmar, it like barks something, and he forgets everything at the moment, and he goes, "What do you know of my people?"
A people that make even the god of war tremble. He feels the fury in your lungs. He understands the hatred that you feel towards all things that you do not like. He senses the blood you wish to spill and the things you wish to burn. And he wants you to join him.
Eat the cornflakes.
Shut the fuck up. I'm serious, shut up.
Who do you speak of?
You know who I speak of. You know very well, for he sees you in his dreams, as you see him.
Wait, quick, out of character, Yalmar question. He's referring to, so he called me one of the golden ones. He's referring to the dark one that I saw, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And hearing that, Yalmar goes, "I'll never serve him."
No. You refuse your calling. Is that right?
I'm not gonna serve him.
He takes off the massive hammer from his back and says, "Then how about a wager, Yalmar, of the Golden One's blood?
What do you-
Defeat me now, or become his slave."
Rage, shockwave punch. Oh, wait, no, he's 60 feet away. Never mind. Hearing him give Yalmar, hearing that ultimatum, he's gonna go into rage. He's gonna fight.
All right, roll initiative. The rest of you, I'm asking you right now. This is important. What are you doing?
Oh, fuck my life.
Sort of put
What-
my hand on my face,
what is everyone doing?
and I look back up at Bernard and Jacques, and I'm like,
Because
"Re-
what I was
really
saying
though?"
wasn't out of character. Wasn't out of character. Alright.
Bernard will sigh and say, "If you're gonna go in, I'll follow you, Alfonso."
I have
Well,
no choice.
I
I'm
look back
going
to him
in
like,
if
I
you
mean,
go in,
he's
that's
probably gonna get his ass kicked. I'm just saying, I'm getting a really bad vibe. As someone that's been in the warp, I'm saying I have a bad vibe about these guys.
All right,
They're bad dudes.
you lead,
I'm
I'll
asking-
follow.
I'm asking you right now. What are you doing?
Alright. Yeah. I will, my lance, and
Oh yeah, you're mounted again.
yes, I am. And if everyone's in agreement, I'm going to charge into assistance.
If everyone's in agreement, what is everybody doing? I need
Exactly.
to know.
Bernard will walk forward and follow the rest of the party.
Yeah, me and Bernard are
Damn
gonna
it,
start
Hjalmar, you put us in a tight spot.
doing dynamic duo stuff.
All right. All of you roll initiative.
I rolled a big old fat fucking natural 2, and +1 is 3.
Ooh, I didn't do too much better. I rolled a 9.
I
rolled
rolled
an
18.
8. Mark, I'm gonna send you a message real quick.
I rolled an 18.
Press F to pay respects, guys.
Fighting 2 warriors of corn.
No, they're not corn. They're not warriors of corn.
You sure
No, they
about
are.
that?
They said they were.
Are you sure about that?
He said they were. They wanted you in service to the blood god.
No, they said the dark one.
No,
Wait, is
the
the
blood
golden
god.
one? No, I was thinking. Never mind. I was thinking like Yalmar's lore. Oh, okay. Never mind then.
These are warriors of corn.
Yep.
Yeah. Probably champions, who knows?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, nice job, bud. Going against 2 champions of corn. See how we do.
I feel like we didn't have a choice because
That's
last
why I
time
said
Yalmar
eat
saw
the
them.
cornflakes.
No, yeah. Last time Yalmar saw them, they were like pretty far away.
No. We had a choice, but you're the one that's like, oh, I have to fight him.
In
Yalmar has to.
defense, Brody, we had a choice too, and I was leaning towards bets, but you had to be a good guy.
Because if they kill him, they're gonna come after us. It's not a matter of.
Yeah, if Yalmar
we can
dies,
just
you guys
let
are
him die.
fucked.
We can outrun him.
If they can
Can
kill
we, though?
Yalmar, you guys are
Yeah, I'm on a
fucked.
horse.
I'm on a
Because
horse, motherfucker.
I'm pretty sure they could just fucking like teleport around and shit.
I don't think so.
They just increase gravity around Yalmar. I think they could handle you.
Go to Daddy's castle. Well, actually, no, I'm definitely not going to Daddy's castle because they just let you guys walk into the gate.
They didn't have a choice with Yalmar.
So we're gonna start with this.
Oh fuck.
Jock, as you lower down your lance on top of your horse, suddenly you notice the small, skinny, hooded figure standing right in front of you on top of the hill.
Wait, like literally right in front of him?
Literally right in front of him. He stands there and looks up at you and says, I wouldn't. This is not your concern.
Oh fuck.
Alfonso,
I'm already
Yes.
committed.
it is your turn in initiative. What are you doing?
Not gonna go well. Hang on. I'm guessing.
I just
Phantasmal
want to
Killers are
say,
gonna be-
this is different. This is different than the spider boss. This is different than the temple with the ghouls. This is different than all of the kobolds that have ever fucking raped you in tight corners.
Hey, that's
This-
personal for Jock.
This is actual terrifying feeling that you get in the bottom of your gut.
Fuck
None of you
my
can explain
life.
it, but you know this is awful.
This is where true honor is to be.
Alfonso, it's your turn.
We're coming out of the tutorial,
I'm-
boys.
I'm guessing Phantasmal Killer isn't gonna do much against these guys since they're literally from the warp.
Here we go, party wipe. Here we go.
Oh fuck.
Are you asking me?
Yes.
I'm not telling shit.
Oh god damn it.
It's worth a try.
It makes your stomach go rumbly.
I should just sit down and pull up the private sanctum and teleport us away.
Oh, you fucking can't do that.
Just hold
She
him
totally
off for
could.
10 Just
Takes
hold him
her
off
10
for 10
minutes to
minutes,
cast
guys.
that, though.
Yeah.
It does. It actually takes 10 minutes.
Yeah,
to
but
cast
she's
it.
out of combat though, so we
That's
could
true.
finish.
Well, no, because somebody's in combat, she's not out of combat.
She's in initiative.
Well, I mean, like technically, what I mean by
Go
out of
time.
combat, she's not in threat really. She's out of the way.
I'm sort of like trying and Alfonso's trying to decide what she's gonna do too. Like her eyes are darting around. She's like she looks visibly nervous, and she looks at Bernard's like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to use on him.
Am I
What do
close
I-
enough to?
What do I do?
No, I'm probably gone by now. But if Jacques was there, I'd be
That,
going.
that guy's
"What the
like
fuck?"
point blank in your face. That guy's like point blank in your face.
I
Yeah,
would
no, I'm
suggest
already
nothing.
committed. Can't go back on your damn decision.
I'm. That's my suggestion. I'm not.
She can totally do whatever she wants. She's first in initiative.
Yes, I know.
Fuck. This is how Yalmer dies.
Well, I'm there with you now, so.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna. Fuck, I don't know what to do.
5.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
4.
wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. I'll let you guys go.
Skip turn. Jock, it's your turn.
I'm committed. I'm going to spear him or hit him with a lance.
Roll for attack.
That was a 3.
Oh, God, this is going
And
splendid.
this is how it started. So you may
All
be
right, there we go.
wondering
That's better.
how I
All
got
right,
in this situation.
That's that was 18.
Hey kids, want to see a dead body?
Hey kids, do you like
18
violence?
barely hits. Roll for damage.
Oh my fuck! On the skinny one.
Oh,
Lance
this is gonna be bad.
is D12. That's not a D12.
Oh boy.
Where's my D12? There it is. Yeah. That was a 5.
Okay.
Do I get any bonuses for being on horseback?
Nope.
What?
We talked about this. You only get bonuses if you're charging.
Fighting
I thought
cornflakes
it
at this
was.
point.
Okay.
He's right in front of you. He's literally 2 feet in front of your face.
I thought it wasn't I already moving?
No.
Oh, shit.
He appeared
Yeah,
in
no,
front of
he-
you.
Yeah, he was like right there.
He
Oh, I
Davy
thought I
Jones
started
his ass
going
from
and then
you.
he appeared in front of me like,
You stab down with your lance from atop your horse. He sidesteps it, and then you swipe, and you see the lance cross just underneath the shroud, and you see a tiny bit of red blood splinter out. And he actually turns his head and watches as the flicks of blood go flying by onto the ground. Bernard.
Blood for the
so I
blood
hit him,
god.
right? Because I dealt 5 damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bernard. So this
I have
guy's.
to tell you, Bernard, just because it's you,
Mhm.
you get the worst feeling ever.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So this skinny one, he's like right at the party, right? Not
He's
Yama
right
party.
at you 3. He's standing right in front of Jock's horse.
I'm gonna put my hand on Alfonso's shoulder and step in front of her, and in between the two of these people. And I'm going to speak to the skinny one with my little speak through minds thing, and I'm gonna say, the golden one is not yours to control.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh no.
Well, that's not good. 8.
As soon as you try to reach out and make mental contact with this being, your mind is sent to a bloody, fire-filled realm where you look down and you see small figures gouging each other with weapons, spilling each other's blood, fire erupting from volcanoes that burn down and slaughter thousands as they battle in front of a figure. All you can see is the very tips of his toes sitting from a throne of skulls. And then
Yeah.
your mind is shot back out. You take 20 mental damage.
It's the corn dog.
As you are sent, you cannot even resist a scream that comes from your throat unwillingly before you manage to wrest your mind back into your own head.
So the list has 4 names now. And that's my turn.
Jock, tell me your AC again.
It's 16, but if it's a 15 or a 14, my chest piece activates.
Mm-hmm. Jock, without you even blinking, suddenly the figure is right in front of you, balancing on the very tip of your saddle. You have no chance to even comprehend what's happening before 2 fists plow into your chest. I want you to make 2 Constitution saving throws.
Do I know this guy has a weapon on him?
He's using his fists.
But he has a weapon.
No.
Okay. Alright, was this a saving throw?
Yes.
Then 17.
One more?
That was a natural 20.
Okay. The fist first plows into your chest. And I'm going to be honest with you. The flame bursts out of the chest plate and enraptures this figure. And for a moment, you see the hood flick up on his head. And underneath, you see a pale white figure. A massive scar stretching down from the top right of his forehead down to the bottom left of his chin. His eyes are a pale white, but the very centers of the eyes are a dark red. You feel a fear that you have never felt in your entire life. Suddenly you are propelled 15 feet back from the top of your horse, slamming down onto the dirt. From above, you see the figure jump down 15 feet right in front of you. Another fist plows into your chest.
Damn.
This time, you manage to put up your arms just enough to block the worst of it from his massive, terrifying blows. Each one heavier than any attack you've ever felt before. And then he stands up, puts his arms behind his back again, and looks down at you, as if expectant. Yalmar, you stand across from this massive figure, and he drops the massive hammer down onto the ground. The ground underneath you tremors. A bit of the ground splinters, and you can see cracks forming in the distance, almost forming a circle around where you're standing. And he steps forward, dragging this massive weapon behind him. He says, "Do you understand? Become his slave or be felled. It is your choice."
I've made my choice, and I know who I serve.
Slaves do not get to choose. He steps forward and swings up the axe. It's not an axe, it's like a hammer.
Yeah.
You see for a faint second a ripple in the air. What's your AC?
16.
Okay. Alright. Yalmar, you take 16 damage as a massive force of wind slams
I'm not
into
in
your
rage
chest.
yet, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay.
As a massive force of wind slams into your chest, you stagger back. It's as if some massive force, it's like a wrecking ball slammed down from a chain and slammed into your chest, knocking the wind out of you for a moment. He didn't even touch you. He's standing about 40 feet away from you, and he sets the hammer back down onto the ground. And even though you can't see his face from underneath the hood, you feel a slight satisfaction. It's your turn.
And Yalmar's gonna get back to his feet and he's gonna say, "I have one of those too." And Yalmar's gonna take like 2 bounding steps forward, like hops. And as he's doing that, each step, he's like slowly crackling and everything like that. And the ground's gonna shake and enter rage mode. And right as I hit that second bound, I'm about 10 feet away. I'm gonna use Shockwave Punch.
All right, go for it.
Ready. Let's do this. Oh, don't fail me. 13 plus 6, 19.
That barely hits.
Ooh. 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 Alright. Those were shitty rolls. Hold on a second. I'm doing maths.
Quick maths.
So that was just 10 damage, and I'm assuming he's too big to make a the Constitution save.
No. Actually, he fails.
Ooh. Alright.
You take 2 bounding steps and send a massive shockwave flying through the air. It impacts him, and suddenly you see him sliding back on his heels, sent 15 feet back as he comes to a stop. He slams his hammer down into the ground and that he uses his brakes, and he stands there. A moment of silence passes, then you hear a sharp, awful, barking laugh. And he says, good. I was hoping you would be exactly what the master expects of you.
In enraged, Yalmar's like, "You like that, do you?" And I'm going to take both the axes off my hips, and I'm going to run forward and engage again. This time with my axes.
He's too far away.
Is he? Oh, I thought he like came up and hit me with his hammer.
You shockwave punched him from about 40 feet away. He slid back to about 55.
Oh shit! All right.
The closest you can get is about 15 feet from him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and oh shit! I was about to say I have the chains on the axes, but they're not that long. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna run up and I take like a
Nope.
ready action. Oh.
You cannot.
All right.
An attack action is an action.
Oh yep.
Alfonso, you just saw
Yes.
Jock get thrown back from his mount onto the ground by 2 swift, barehanded punches from this hooded figure. He's standing there with his arms behind his back, staring down at Jock in the dirt. You're about 10 feet back behind him, watching this.
Can I move to Jacques? Am I close enough?
Yes, you can.
I run up to Jacques and I go,
You run by the hooded figure. You must pass within at least 5 or 10 feet, but he doesn't even move. He's just staring down at him.
I go up to Jacques and I come, like, go down on my knees to him, and I grab him by, like, his fucking plate armor. I look him dead in the eye and say, we need to stop, or you need to use the coin right now.
Shoulda just took the bats.
What does that mean?
No, I wasn't talking out of character when I was
No,
saying
I
these
really
are my
want to know what
bets.
that means.
We should have just bet on the thing and just sat there and watched.
Oh, the bets. I thought you said
Yes.
bats.
No,
No,
the
the bets. Because I was wanting to just bet on it, and then Alphonsus is like, no, we gotta go help him. So I'm like, okay, fine. And then I thought I was moving when I made that attack, but I wasn't. So it was already too late at that point.
No, you were. You tried to move, but as soon as you tried, he punched your shit.
In fact,
No. I meant like when I was on the horse. Like I thought I was already riding towards Hjalmar, and the guy popped up in between us and Hjalmar, but in front of me as I was already
No,
moving.
he appeared right before you started to move.
Yeah, I know that now, but I was confused. That's why I hit him.
Right.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have attacked him.
All right, back in character.
Yep.
I
okay.
think now is the time for that duty boy.
is it possible for me to, like, start rummaging through his pouches for the coin?
That's
I go. I'm done. Let's go.
Jock, are you doing anything to stop Alfonso from rubbing you through your shit?
No.
All right, Alfonso,
It's on
make
her if he gets bapped or she.
make an investigation roll.
Alrighty. +6 to investigation. I rolled a 15.
All right.
+6.
Rummaging through his pack, you find tucked away right next to where he keeps his gold purse, which is, let's be honest, the most secure part of his bag. You find a sharp, hard metal coin. You pull it out and it glistens blue in the light.
I have like 2,000
It's-
gold, I think. So
It's a
I think
platinum
it's a-
coin
Yeah, no.
with Caster's familiar bored-looking bearded face on it.
Wait, were you getting the coin or were you getting the horn?
No, he was grabbing your coin. Your platinum
Coin.
coin.
Yeah.
I was telling you to hit the horn, but
What does the horn do again?
It
The horn gives advantage on attack rolls
+3 damage
and +3 damage on
for
melee
5
attack.
turns.
To
Up
the
to
whole
600
party or
feet.
just to him?
Up to anyone in a 600-foot radius in the party.
That is friendly to
Oh,
you,
wow.
not enemies.
yeah. Remember I blew the horn when he went down?
He
No,
wasn't
he
there.
wasn't
With
there.
us.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I look back over at Bernard. I'm like, should we? Should we?
No.
I'm just gonna
Coin
give a
or horn?
nod.
What's that?
I just nod at you. Yeah, go for it. You do.
I look
you.
back at Jacques, and I say, should I?
I think we should go.
And I say, that's awesome, and I break the coin.
We got
You
like
take the coin between your fingers and bend it as hard as you can. It's stiff. It's rigid. You can't
Oh,
even bend it as slight as you possibly can.
Fucker.
You look at the
son of a
coin,
bitch.
you see Caster's face, and you swear to God for a second you can see Caster's eyes staring directly at you. And then it goes back to the set image that it usually is,
I
facing to the
throw it. I
right.
throw it on the ground angrily. You son of a bitch!
as far as I got us.
Jock, it's your turn. You're on the ground. The hooded figure is standing 5 feet in front of you, watching all this happen with his arms behind his back.
All right.
You try breaking the coin. Do it, please, please.
I grab the coin and I go, I'm sorry, Caster, and I break the coin. Or try to.
Nothing.
Oh, you son of
Oh,
a bitch!
that
And I throw the coin.
motherfucker.
The coin
I
doesn't
thought it
even-
was. I thought it was like coins were exclusive to each person. Type
The
thing.
coin doesn't even look at you this time.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I thought he was just being like a freaking, like a
Alfonso,
little.
it briefly looked at Alfonso. It doesn't even look at you.
I thought he was just being a petty little bitch, and the freaking was like, "Oh, you wanted a castle? Yeah."
Bernard,
Literally just got finished talking to him an hour ago.
Wait, that was my whole turn.
yeah, you spent 6 seconds trying to fucking bend this coin. It
Well,
doesn't even
All
bend.
right. Well, can I like after I'm done with that? Can I just look at the figure and go, "I'm done"? Like, no.
You know what? When you do that, the figure just stands there, and you even sense a slightest bit of a nod coming from the hood.
All right.
Bernard,
Bernard's not very happy right now. These past few days have put him in a sour mood. He's just gonna
Go get the peasants.
stand up,
Go get reinforcements.
look out at the battlefield, and mutter to himself, "You'll die too," and just start fucking walking away.
Themselves.
all right. I have to take a 2-second bathroom break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta
Bye,
use the
Omar.
bathroom also. Yeah. Yeah,
Fuck
please.
it, I'll use the bathroom
Yeah.
too, since everybody else is doing it.
Yeah, I'll be right back, guys.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I'm gonna have to kill Eckert at some point. He hit me.
Alright, I'm back. Who's here? Yellow.
What was that?
I was asking who was here.
Oh, me.
I'll wait for Brody to get back before I have to say what I want to say.
I'm back.
Okay.
Before this game's over, I'm gonna have to
Mark's
hurt
back.
Eckert.
No, it's
Oh,
not Eckert.
What was that?
I said I don't think it's Eckert's fault.
No, I'm talking about him punching me.
Oh. But, well, I think Brody's gonna be the last one back. But,
Probably.
anyway, why I was going, like, oh, don't you do that, like, don't you freaking back out now, was because I thought, like, I rode away from you guys.
Yeah.
And then as soon
No,
as
I was
rode
gonna
away
go in. I just didn't think that his spell that he was thinking about using was going to do anything.
But, like, as soon as I rode away from you guys, then, well, I thought I rode away from you guys. Then Brody started talking about, hey, we should, like, not get involved with this. Like, I thought, like, what I thought just happened was that Alfonso told me, like, no, we gotta go help him. And then I ride away, and then it was like, hey, I don't know what to do.
That is what she said. That's
I know,
exactly
but-
what she said.
Yeah, but I didn't ride away. I was still there.
Yalmar,
That's why
Oh,
I
boy.
was still like, no, don't you back out on me, because I thought I rode away from her.
the figure steps forward. He steps within about 10 feet of you, and then he slams his hammer down into the dirt. And it stays there. And he looks at you, and then he lifts up his hands, and he cracks his knuckles right in front of your face. And he says, you know, I'm not one to pass up a good fight. Come on. He steps forward. You lift up a hand, and a punch from his fist slams into your forearm. It hurts like a motherfucker. You've never felt a force behind a punch quite like this one. Another
And
punch
I've been shot in the
rages
chest point
back.
blank with a cannon.
Another fist flies up and punches you straight in the ribs. You take 10 points of damage as this fist collides into your ribs. You even hear one of them kind of crack underneath the
Fuck.
pressure.
It's okay, you can fix that because he's a doctor.
You rage, so 5 points. 5 points.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask.
5 points of damage. Yalmar.
Or at least, like, you know,
Oh, it
rails
hurts.
me.
It's the
Yeah.
worst. It's the worst attack you've ever felt. Fighting
After-
the Hydra, it wasn't like this.
After feeling that, Yalmar, he's got blood coming from his mouth, and he laughs a little bit. He does like a chuckle. He's, for the first time in my life, I'm feeling fear, and I like it. And I'm gonna throw down my axes, and I'm just gonna fucking Nucky's battle.
Time.
Nucky time. It's Nucky time. And yeah, I'm gonna fucking leap at him and fucking try and punch him in the face. I got the spikes out though on the ice pimp Nuckies, you know.
All right.
I got the spikes out, so it is piercing. All right. Yep. Oh shit! Fuck yeah! Natural 18, +6.
All right.
And when I'm punching, is it like my axes? How it's one punch and then that gets all the modifiers, and then the second one doesn't?
It's an
Or-
attack with a modifier and then an attack without a modifier.
Okay, for punching as well, because it's dual wielding essentially.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's
So-
not. It's not your fist. It's your knuckies, which just counts as a
Yeah.
dual wielded weapon.
Yep.
It's so fucked up how I call them your knuckies.
Dude, that's what they are. It's the ice.
I know.
Nuckies.
It's literally your knuckies. That's like the item name.
Yep.
It's like a
TM,
legendary
it's
weapon.
It's trademarked. All right, that was a kind of shitty roll. 5 + 5 is 10. I only did the modifiers once, so yeah, 10.
All right.
And I'm gonna fucking follow that up with, for the first time in Yalmar's life, because I'm assuming I had to jump upwards to punch him in the face. Yeah, so
No. It's a punch up. The fist is definitely above your head.
I'm gonna do it like a Haruken then
All
from
right.
Street Fighter. And as he's doing that for the first
Sure
time
you
in
can.
his life, he feels the urge to kick. But I'm still gonna roll it as Nuckies.
That's
I need-
not
I
how
need the
that
damage.
works.
I need the damage. I need the
Not
damage.
how it
All right, I guess I don't care.
All right.
That wouldn't work against a normal enemy, but I don't give a fuck right now.
Oh, I haven't even rolled to attack yet. All right. Oh, fuck yes. Oh, wait, hold on. Yep. Oh, just a natural 19. Okay.
I wish you were a fighter, bitch.
Yep. So that fucking hits 19 plus 6.
It's not just the fighter. I think it's the
No,
champion.
it's just fighter.
Rogues.
Oh, wait, no,
Rogues
it
did
is
as
champion.
well. Oh, champion.
Yeah, because you were a battle master before and you didn't have
Yeah,
that.
I didn't have that at Battlemaster.
Battle
Yeah,
master
so
would be
fucking
useful though.
25 definitely hits. And 9 damage. So total altogether this round I did 19 damage. Probably nothing.
All right, Alfonso, Jock, and Bernard. You see the hooded figure standing with his arms behind his back, just kind of looking at you. Is there anything you guys are trying to do right now?
I reach into my bag and I pull out the 120 coins that I was having before we started all this. And I go, again, on the big guy. I look at the hooded figure and go, you want to get on this action?
Silence.
Oh, come on now.
Oh, be a sport.
Oh, be a sport, good lad. Do put in.
I would take
And then
bets,
I
but
look
I think
around
you're
to-
going to. I think you'd win that one.
Oh, come on, there's got to be some fun in it. All right, how about this? How about just 5? We'll just do just 5, just for the fun of it. Come on.
Fair enough.
Might as well start a taunting for the group.
All right.
Everybody throw in 10 gold to the taunting. Last person alive gets it all.
All right,
Jock-
Alfonso, where's your bet? Place your bets. Come on. You're a gambler. That's how you got that weird ass statue. Come on.
Okay, we'll save that for later.
Oh, boy.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, down on the field, Yelmar, a punch crosses across your face,
Fuck.
sending you reeling. Before you can even recoil from it, you feel another punch. You take 13 damage, and that's with rage,
Okay.
as you are battered by this man's massive fists, each one slamming into you with the force of a boulder. Every time you hear a slight cracking of your body underneath the pressure of it all. Yalmar.
Yalmar is weirdly having the time of his life, actually. And, yeah, I'm just gonna friggin... Could I perhaps attempt another shockwave punch?
You would have to exit rage and then go back into rage.
Yeah, I'm gonna say one of
uh,
those punches shakes my rage.
Now, I just want to say that this doesn't set precedence for future encounters, but you can do this for now.
Wait, exit rage and do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, one of those punches I'm gonna say knocks him out of his rage for a second there. And then he's just gonna go right back into it, and this one's a little bit more showy, you know, breaking the earth type shit.
So to everybody else, it's like Yalmar staggers. He stands there, breathing heavily, almost looking exhausted, and then he screams again, and the ground ruptures and shakes as he enters rage again.
As I'm trying to stack the coins.
And I'm going
You're such a
to
Jew.
I'm going to
No, I'm just rich.
fucking
what's the difference?
bound do a double step bound again, and then try and send another fucking shockwave punch to his face.
Okay,
Send it to his fucking dome.
go ahead.
Alright, don't fail me, don't fail me. Oh,
And it
nice.
fails you.
Natural 18. No, nice. I'm rolling good. Rolling good. Plus
Okay.
6.
Roll damage.
8. 5, 13. Oh, plus. Wait. Plus another d6. So 16. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, 16.
Sorry, I have to go into my calculator because I'm fucking bad at math. 45. Yalmar, you send the shockwave punch almost point blank directly into his face.
Ooh.
You punch it so hard that Tyler disconnects.
No, I'm still here. I'm still here.
No, you're not.
No, you're not.
I think it was another entity.
It'll push you out
Because
in
I
a second.
see-
It did it to me too.
Well, okay, yeah, you're right.
All right.
Well, no, I seen myself disconnect
You
before.
don't. You don't
actually
need it.
disconnected.
We're not
Yeah,
in
yeah, it did it to
tabletop.
me.
It doesn't matter. The force of the punch throws his hood back, and you're slightly shaken. It's a figure that is horribly disfigured.
Like,
It's
more
a-
mutated?
It's a man. It's not an orc. It's a human. Warped out of proportions. His chin slightly extends out. His forehead is broad and scarred and damaged. His eyes slightly bulge out in a menacing hate that you have never felt before in your life. His eyes glow a burning red that seem to catch fire. His teeth are filed down and razored as if they were designed to rip off flesh from the bone. And his eyes stare at you with a pure hate, a pure desire to kill you that is just barely repressed enough to keep you alive for the slightest of reasons, as if he was commanded against his will like a dog. You sense the desperation of a man who has left behind his humanity long ago. It is terrifying. The hood whips back, and he steps forward, and he says, "What's wrong? You will look like me very soon."
I hope not.
Two punches whip forward. One punches you in the gut so hard that it makes you lose the balance in your legs, and the other one slaps you so hard across the face that you lose vision for a second, and when you regain your sight, it's as if the world is slightly turned, and then you realize it's you collapsing onto the ground. You take 16 points of damage from a massive strike of blows.
Oh, fuck.
I ask again, the rest of the party, anything you're doing?
I'm still trying to get Fonz in on the action here.
Alright, we'll
5
take a
points.
pause. Are you guys gambling on this or what?
I kind of need help.
In my defense, I did try to help.
You're that guy. You're the. Yeah, I'll help you get this shit. Fucking
He got
pushed in.
He got
All
no
right, I
twice,
tried.
and he's like, "Yep, all right, yep, no, I'm done."
Now I'm betting against him.
All he did was bap you.
Yeah, he bat me real fucking hard and did 15 points of damage.
My
You said that
worry
guy's
is-
hood is falling back?
Let me put it
Yeah,
this
The
way. I'm
one on
already
the
at half
the
health.
one on the field is
Good.
the one that is right in front of you. You might have catched a glimpse of it as Jock hit him, but other than that, no, his hood's still up.
Bernard's just gonna
Uh,
take in every feature of that man and burn it into his mind.
Ellis, let me put
Okie
it
dokie.
like this. I'm already at half health. And I started at full health.
I
at the
got
beginning of the
mind
session.
raped.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah, and
I'm,
he took,
I'm,
he
I'm
took
down there
24.
also.
He took 24 freaking hits of damage already, so.
No,
we're both at half health.
I need to know who's gambling on this.
I am.
I'll throw in
And I
5
think,
gold.
I'm just kidding. I don't care.
Oh, come on.
I'd hope,
Alfonso,
but the thing
get in
I'm
here.
worried about is that if I do anything, they're gonna immediately one-shot me because I'm a squishy little animal.
They're
This
probably
is-
gonna kill us both, all three of us.
This is so true.
So,
Like,
come on,
am I?
throw in
I'm
your,
not. So I'm not in the wrong for doing what I'm doing, which is nothing.
throw in your coins. Come on.
If it makes you feel better, you're in the wrong with Bernard.
What? You hear a net in your pocket, like, what? No, I'm just kidding. He's not.
Hey, I tried. I did help.
You did the thing.
I did help.
No, it's true. you
Wait,
did
could
do
you
the
at
thing.
least blow the horn?
No.
Oh. Good. As soon as I blow that horn, this guy's gonna start beating my ass again.
Yeah, take one for the team. I'm about to freaking take all of it for the team.
Alright, you know what? Fuck it. You know what? I'm going to frickin' do it. Just cause. And if I die, then damn it, I get to haunt you for the rest of, the rest of eternity.
Don't worry. This will be the third character I have to haunt you guys with.
Jock blows the horn right in front of this hooded figure. The hooded figure.
Yalmar hears the tune
I'm
down
pointing,
on the
I'm
field.
pointing towards the gold too, just like, come on, let's get some bets.
The hooded figure stands right in front of you, Jock, and just lets you blow it.
And
Well,
Yalmar
I'm starting
hears,
to play like Epic Sax guy right now.
yeah, the funky tune from the hill.
I'm
And he
letting
starts to
you know
tap
right
his
now,
foot a little
no.
bit while he's like laying on the ground. He's like nodding his head a little bit, like he's like, yeah.
Blows the funk engine.
You're actually 605 feet away.
No, I still hear it. I don't. Feel
Yalmar,
I don't
it is
feel
your
its power, but I
turn.
hear its sweet. I hear its sweet tune. Yeah, jazzed up by the sweet tunage that's going on by my homeboys in the background.
As I'm
You
placing
know.
bets against you.
But yeah, as I said, homeboys on the hill.
Gang,
Yeah,
gang.
I'm going to stand up because I'm assuming I am prone.
No.
I'm not. Oh, okay. I
It
thought you
doesn't
said-
matter if you are or not because you're not using your movement any other way, are you?
No, I'm not. Yep. I'm gonna fucking get back up on that horse. Yeah, I'm just gonna do it. Gonna fucking throw 2 punches his way. Natural 16 plus 6.
That hits.
Wait,
You
Bert,
know
you
his
have
AC
46
is
hit points.
19.
Oh yeah. 19 barely hits. Okay. Oh, that's terrible. First, well, both of them together. That's horrible. Plus 5. 8. 8 damage.
All right.
But
I have
Oh.
a question for you. Sorry. What's your HP at right now?
41.
Okay.
Oh, ain't shit.
What do you mean ain't shit? That's like quarter health for me.
Nah, yeah, but it's still 41 hit points.
That's like
You can't
full
get
health
damage.
for us.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, 8 damage, and I want to attack again. I'm just gonna keep punching. I can't do anything else.
Look at this. I got a notebook.
Oh.
I wonder if it stays here.
Never mind, it's too late for that. I was gonna say reckless attack, but yeah, I already made my first attack on my turn.
Uh huh.
Am I in range of the horn?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I didn't even add the horn's damage, so 10
Plus 3.
damage. 11 damage for that first punch then. Not that it matters. Yeah, I'm gonna make the fucking second attack then. Oh, nope. But advantage, right?
Yep.
Yep, still a nope.
Are you
4
fucking
plus
kidding me?
4 plus 6. Yep.
Wasted
You
my
send
whole-
a punch flying across his chin. His head tilts to the side slightly, and you see a bit of blood flying from his lip. And then he turns, and he looks at you. He says, "Warrior, I know your name, but tell me, what is your name?"
Tony.
Is that
He's talking to you.
okay? I am Yomar, and I yell it. I get angrier.
And he smirks and he says, "Yomar, you are worthy of my master's attention. For this small, insignificant moment. I will show you 40% of my power.
Oh fuck
Oh my
life.
God.
What is
Fuck
this,
off.
Frieza Saga? Oh wait, this is Frieza Saga, so that you know what that
He
means.
starts screaming. The mountain that the rest of the party is standing on begins shaking and shattering underneath their feet. Rocks begin flying up out of nowhere, hovering in the mid-air. The splinters that the hammer made before begin scattering out and surrounding you, Yalmar, in about a 60-foot ring that spreads out, and then suddenly fire shoots up out of the cracks in the earth, forming a battlefield around you. You look up and you see this hooded figure, this massive man, screaming as he bends down and focuses all of his energy up. He seems to light on fire as boulders lift up, breaking from the ground around you. And you realize in this split moment that your rage isn't shit.
This is actually quite humbling.
I'm waiting for like me and AJ to be in the background, like doing some straight up Dragon Ball Z shit.
Yeah,
Like-
we got
"Oh,
freaking Gohan and Krillin. We got
Yalmar,
Gohan and Krillin in the back with Piccolo not doing shit.
he steps forward and slams a fist into your jaw so hard that your face flies straight down into the ground. It
Fuck.
actually craters a slight bit as you are forced into the hard earth, and your face is stuck down there. He bends down. He bends down and lifts up your hair as you are barely recovering from the last strike, and then he just punches up straight into your gut. That sends you reeling about 5 feet back. Your head slams into the dirt as you are recoiling from this punch. You take 20 points of damage.
Homer's just like, he's fast.
I'm gonna lay on the ground and I'm gonna look upwards and I'm gonna see a shining figure, and I'm gonna go
Don't tell me what I'm doing, bitch.
and I'm gonna say to the figure who's walking up, Goku,
God damn it.
show him what for it means to be
God damn
real.
it. God damn it.
Super Saiyan.
A
true
Saiyan always sprinkles when he twinkles.
No,
I'm being, guys. I really want this to be a serious moment for a second.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna
It was
That's
serious,
the,
and
that's
I
the
got my
problem.
ass
I
beat.
think he is being serious.
I'm gonna grab a shovel out of my pack to fucking dig up the mess that I am now. And how much damage do those punches do, by the way?
I'm not telling.
Okay. Yeah, they probably
you
fucking
haven't found out yet.
yeah, one-shotted me. Yeah, I'm gonna fucking get up and I'm gonna do the only thing Yalmar knows how to do at this very point in time. His head is probably scrambled eggs.
He's
So,
gonna
or,
shit himself.
no, his head is the egg that's been cracked and a little bit of the yolk spilling out right now. Yeah, so he's gonna fucking go into auto. Man.
You know what's funny is that none of you have asked who these people are.
But you told us.
But wait, yeah, no. Before I do that, I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
are
you
you
forgot
people?
that. Remember, talking is a free action.
Talking is free.
Talking is a free action. Yes.
Okay.
Well, aren't us up the hill just like hanging out with that one guy? Just
No, we're getting to your turn in a second.
okay.
I'm gonna stand up and I'm gonna say to him, I could see what you do, but still, who are you?
Doesn't matter who
Yes.
we are.
You've told me
That
your
is our
day.
plan.
And I will tell you mine, warrior. You may call me Lostus. I am the recruiter, the one who seeks out the worthy and brings them to heel.
All right, I'm gonna need you to spell that so I can write it here on our gambling chart.
Lorstuus.
I got it.
And Yalmar's gonna stand there after hearing this, and he's gonna go, Lorstus,
Oops.
you're a fucking cunt, and I'm just gonna run forward and I'm gonna fucking punch it out.
You can't. Yeah,
sadly, it misses the AC by 1.
You should have just told
18.
him his name. You should have told him his name fucking sucks.
You punch him directly in the face, and his head tilts slightly, but his eyes stay focused on you, and he doesn't even seem phased by it.
I'm gonna follow it up with a friggin', I don't know, kick to the gut. I'm gonna kick him in his gut. Maybe give him a
I just
bellyache.
want you to know this is never going to work against anybody else.
Yeah, probably not.
No, I mean, like,
Because
you're
there's
never going to
gonna
be able
be
to roll
nobody
your
else.
nookies against like somebody with a kick. Ever. But I'll let you do it this time.
If I survive.
No.
Yeah, so. 19 though. Yeah, 19. Just hit. 13 plus 6. Fuck my life. I'm gonna die.
I think that's a pretty good chart.
Nope, but my damage rolls were shit. 2 plus 5, 6, 7, plus 3, 8, 9, 10.
Alright.
Doing shit to that.
That's
Right
a-
now, I'm pretty much just role-playing Yalmar's death.
This is a really good number, by the way. Before we go any further, Alfonso Jock Bernard, the hooded figure stands there while all this is going on, while the earth shatters around you, while you hear screaming and raging and the sounds of epic battle, the likes you've never seen before. He just stares at you.
Placing bets, drawing our chart in the sand. So I look up from you drawing our betting table. Who are you guys?
Jew. You're the biggest Jew ever.
I'm a feudal lord. They count their coins just as much.
I'm so drunk. I love
They're
this.
the OJs.
So I look up at him and I'm like, so who are you? What's your name?
Are you talking the
don't want it
hooded
on us.
figure?
Yes.
He looks
your
down at you and says, I am a follower of the Blood God.
Okay.
This is a battle that you will not interfere with.
Oh, yep, you made your point.
My name's Dale, and I serve corn. Hi, Dale.
Hi, Dale.
So, what's your name?
Dale.
Silence.
Oh, God.
I'm gonna look up and smile at him and say,
Some call me.
"It'd be very helpful, so I know what to write." in
Bernard,
list."
mid-sentence, he snaps his head over to you and says, Silence, you filth.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Alright, so
I will
I'll
not
just
be
add-
talked to by you.
I'll just add cunt to the list then.
alright, well, you sure you don't want in on this? I got this nice table here and I'm betting on your friend. You sure you don't want to get in on this?
No amount of gold you could pull from that purse will ever measure up to the skulls that or the worth that your skulls would be
Next.
to the. Shut the fuck up. I'm drunk. Shut up. Alright, let me restart. No amount of gold that you could pull from that bag will be worth the skulls as it shut the thing to the blood god. He worships the blood god. Fuck off.
You can place
And-
your current bets and skulls. I'm sure I got some in this bag somewhere.
He just stares at you in silence.
Pretty soon, Jacques gonna be going pay-per-view with it. He's gonna be selling out friggin' box office
Sell it
seats.
to the peasants.
The
Just
battle.
go right back to the village.
The
and get all
battle
the-
Oh,
of the century.
Oh, see, I'm really drunk and I'm enjoying this. So don't
Oh,
kill my vibe.
Bernard's gonna be real snide with his next remark.
Somebody has to be drunk at this
All right.
Look
funeral.
at him. I'm sure it's all going according to your little plan.
Bernard, what's your AC?
11.
Oh shit. See ya.
Bernard, as you begin talking, you feel a massive fist collide into your stomach, You take 10 points of damage as you see the hooded figure standing over you, his fist stuck into your gut, and then he retracts it, and he looks down at you and says, "You should not speak."
I lean towards Alfonso and go, "What do you make of this?"
I'm just God, I'm fucking done with this shit. He's we need to leave as soon as we get the chance.
I'm sure he would let us like get on our horses and just ride back to my village.
Okay. While this is happening, Yalmar, you're standing across from Lorsis. You just punched him multiple times. The last punch connected into his chin, and his head is turned, but he just slightly looks down at you. The red irises glowing in his face. He turns his head against the force of your fist, and he looks down directly at you and says, "Now, it's over. You have lost. Tell me now, will you defeat me, or will you become a slave to the god of blood? Answer me!"
I answer with a fist to his fucking mouth.
Go ahead, roll
I wanna-
an attack.
Fucking keep just shockwave punching the
No,
fuck
you know
out
what?
of him.
You get a free turn. Go ahead.
Okay. To
And both
shockwave.
of them can be shockwave punches. I don't give a fuck.
Yes.
Mark, you want me to lose my 5 gold, don't you?
Fuck yes.
You never had a chance.
All right, and with advantage, feel me. Fuck yes. So that first one connects. Definitely does. It's a 19. It's a hard ass 19, but oh fuck.
Roll your second attack, just so you can roll damage twice.
Okay. Oh nope, 6
All right.
doesn't do shit.
All right, so roll damage.
Five plus. $14.
All right. Let me make that roll real quick. You send a punch directly into his chest. It's point blank. The shockwave ripples through the air for about a centimeter before it crosses into his chest. You see the force of it rippling through his skin, and he stands there taking it all. He doesn't budge an inch.
Oh.
I just got the image of like that guy's fucked up face through like a high-speed camera. Like the freaking
Just the
Pantera album cover.
shockwave. Yeah, the shockwave.
Yomar, he looks down at you.
I'm gonna look up at the hill at everybody. And I'm just gonna fucking look right back up at him. And I'm gonna fucking smile.
My
Come on,
friends
then.
have my back.
Taking a page out of old Bernard's book, I see.
Yalmar's
Yomar,
actually having the time of his life. He's never been in a position like this, really, aside from getting shot in the chest with a cannonball. But an enemy this strong in a fist fight.
Yalmar, something makes you step back. You step about 3 or 4 feet. It's almost unconscious. You can't control it. You look down and you see a small, faint light glowing from Lorsis' right hand. The light grows deeper and darker as it forms into a small orb that fits hovering right over his hand.
No, fuck.
He raises his hand up, and so you can see the orb clearly hovering above. Lorsis looks at it, and then looks down at you, and says, Yalmar, you are a worthy warrior. I accept you into the fold as a worshiper, a servant, a warrior of Korn. You will serve fine in his ranks for a long, long eternity.
Alright, watch this. Watch this.
You see the orb glowing larger and larger until it grows to about the size of a large boulder to you, Yalmar. And it's just hovering right over his palm as he holds it.
I'm gonna stand there, and Yalmar's gonna chuckle. Haha. You're a fucking cunt if you think I'll serve him.
We'll
And
see.
that's all I've got.
We will see.
And
The,
KO.
it glows larger and larger.
Where's Krillin at so he can die and I can hurry up and fucking transform?
Yeah, right. Where's that Destructo that cuts off Lorsus's tail? Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, you're not that lucky.
We're too
Over
busy
here
getting
taking
our
bets.
asses kicked.
I
I
need one
want
of you
you-
to
Well,
come
that's
down
just
here
me,
and
but,
die. I need one of you to come down here and die.
I'm too
in
busy
front of
dying up
Yalmar
here.
Bets.
So
Yeah,
he
yeah, we're
can
getting-
so he can turn into a Super Saiyan right now.
So you,
God
you
damn
want
it.
me to go? You want me to go Yamcha slash fucking?
Krillin, I need you to
Krillin.
be the Krillin. I need you to be Krillin right now.
Well, just look up at the hill. I'm sure by
We're
this
getting our
time
ass
next.
beat, man. It's
I'm sure by this time next turn, Bernard will be dead.
He can't look up at you because he's surrounded in a ring of fire.
Oh,
The ring of
too bad.
No,
I want to set
Johnny
Burning
Cash.
Fire.
Fire.
This battlefield, this simple Bretonian field of grass, has been splintered.
That
It,
ring of fire.
you and Lorstis are surrounded in a ring of fire that shoots up from cracks in the earth,
Ring
formed
of
by
fire.
Lorstis' massive hammer. Meanwhile, on a hill overlooking the scene, Jock, Bernard, and Alfonso stand there. Jock and Bernard have been thoroughly beaten the shit out of by this hooded figure who wastes barely an effort as he strikes you down, hurting you in ways that no other creature have ever hurt you before. You can barely
I don't know
speak.
about that. I mean,
Shut
I've
up.
been insulted pretty
You can feel this awful dread standing. Shut up. You can stop. You can feel this awful dread. Stop it. Building in the air. Now, stop it.
bad. You can hit
fe-
don't ask for this player, and I think it
I
will
know,
do
but I shouldn't have to.
Is it fucking giving you a bullshit every time I do anything?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
because we don't hit the we didn't hit the checkbox.
I don't want. I
Hit the
don't have to.
checkbox.
Stop using the fucking thing. While this is all happening, while you guys are sitting on the hill, a
The
massive
Japanese YouTube.
glowing red orb has encompassed Lorsus's hand.
In the ring
Yalmar,
of fire.
He stares down at you, and then he extends his hand out right in front of your face. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
I went down, down, down. Unlock phone.
Mark, did you click the box or not?
I said no. I clicked no.
14.
You have Japanese YouTube. It's popping up
because I'm
with
in
trending in Japanese.
A light blinds all of
14,
you.
Mark. Oh, okay.
A light blinds all of you. You have to cover your faces, or else it's almost like your eyes would start bleeding otherwise.
Ow, my retina.
Jordan, look at the sun over there. It's so bright.
I was gonna try and pull up some fitting music, but
I can't.
I get
Even
I
if you
get
did on the fucking thing, I couldn't use it because I'm on a Mac. I can't use
Yeah,
them.
but you know, I'm doing it for the rest of the party, not for you.
Oh, thanks, bitch.
People who matter.
Yeah, people who matter.
Oh, sorry. I'm just creating the fucking world for you. I'm just God. I don't give a fuck.
You wish.
About 30 seconds pass. You look up, and you see Yalmar. Yalmar, you're standing there. You're on your feet. You've slid back about 30 feet in the ground. You're standing right by the edge of the flaming ring that surrounds you and Lorstus. You peer down to your left, ragged, out of breath, and you see that your left arm has been torn completely off.
Fuck.
We'll get you a cool metal one.
You take a step forward. You look Lorstus dead in the eye. Is there anything you want to say?
It's been fun.
You drop down, face first into the dirt, and you are done. The ring of fire dies down, and you are all left in the silent, burning glow that was the battlefield. Lorstus steps forward and brings your head up, gripping you by the hair, lifting you up, facing towards the hill. Bernard, Alfonso, Jock, you stare down and you see this, and Lorstus looks up at you, holding the unconscious, near-dead Yalmar up at you, and says, "Blood for the blood god." A hard fire encompasses Yalmar and Lorstus, and you see the same fire encompass the hooded man in front of you, and then it dies down, and they are gone, and you are alone. Bernard, Alfonso, Jock, it's over.
Wait, it took Yalmar?
It's
Yes.
all ogre now. Fuck my life.
Wow.
I guess we need a new party member. We'll go have to find one of those.
Yeah, first,
I suppose we will.
Yeah.
Alright, did the, other guy disappear?
Yes.
Goodbye, my honey. Goodbye, my baby.
Goodbye, my bright time.
Well, now,
Yeah.
see, now I feel like a dick because we kind of just let him die, but at the same
Dude,
time, it's
We
like
would have died.
we would have fucking
guess
died
what,
too.
assholes? This is number 2. This is the second one you stood back and watched one of. What the fuck? This is the second time.
We would have died. We would have died.
I almost
Look over
died.
at Jock. Are we bad people?
What the fuck?
I look over at Alfonso. No, we're fine.
This guy hit me one time and took down a quarter of my health.
I got
was
sent to
pissed.
hell and back.
I don't think there was any way for us to come out of that.
Bernard's wacky trip to the 9 hells.
Mark, was there any way for us to come out of that?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
good. Now I feel like significantly less of a dick.
The actual fuck?
Well, shit. Like we could have just summarized
Well-
this entire session and haha, your fucking Ellis fucking dies.
Listen,
Was there any way
if you
to,
if you need an
I
out
didn't
of
go to
character
that hill-
explanation for what just happened,
It-
I'll tell you. Listen,
No,
you
I know
guys
what
have been
happened,
going
but,
through
like-
this entire campaign on training wheels. I want you to know from this point on, and I know I said it would be level 10 and onwards, but no. I want you guys to realize that any and all of you can be fucked up by anything in this setting. And I have planned and coordinated and waited for and have been ready to fuck you up with these things. Jock learned.
What
there's
the fuck?
there's no way for him to win.
No,
Was-
there isn't.
Was
But
that
you know what
avoidable?
he did?
Hey,
No, I don't want to hear it. You know what he did?
All
He
right,
took
fine.
his fucking weapons, he rode down the fucking hill, and he faced it head on. And you know what that got him? He lost an arm, and he got sucked into the fucking warp by Cornite warriors.
Yeah, that's
Welcome
what his
to
character would have done
Warhammer.
now.
I don't want to hear it. So now
No,
I
I'm
want to
just-
know
okay.
what the three of you are doing.
I want to know real quick, if I didn't go down the hill towards them, could I have kept like riding past them and it would have been fine?
No.
No, see, but that's
No,
what
so
I'm saying.
It
It's
was,
kind
it's
of
destined.
yeah.
Yes, Destiny has a funny thing
But
of
how
working
are,
out like that.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Now,
it's
instead of OOC, I want to know what you guys are doing right now.
Uh,
Guess we're heading west.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, heading west because freaking either those people are going to kill us or freaking
As soon as you
Um,
make up your mind to start
Can they
heading west,
they
Casper's
go
going to
look
kill
for my
us.
arm? Can they go grab my axes?
they could grab your axe. Um, I mean, yeah, down in the field there would be your arm laying there somewhere smoldering.
The fuck? Go grab my one of the knuckies since there's one arm down there, and both the axes, or any axes you find.
Before you can do any of that, Bernard, you especially,
Mm-hmm.
you get the feeling of a light breeze blowing in your face directly in front of you. This feeling makes you spin around and you see Castor standing there by your horse, Jock. Just standing there watching all of you.
oh, dude, I'm pissed. I'm fucking angry. I'm gonna start fucking like I'm start running towards Castor. Like, you son of a bitch! You fucking killed him!
No, what do you do when you
I'm
do
gonna
that?
punch him in the face.
You run up and you throw a punch at Castor and he raises his hand and catches it. And he says, "You know, you're a small girl. What do you really think that's gonna do to me?"
I look him dead in the eye. Do you really think I give a fuck? I've came back from the warp. I know what bad shit is.
Yeah. You tried to break the coin, and I didn't save your friend. Why do you think that is?
Does it fucking matter? He's dead now.
Yes, it matters. And you see just the slightest bit of agitation grow on his face. And you feel the sense that he's about to do something horrible to you, but nothing comes. And he just stares at you.
I'm staring right back at him.
I say you wanted him to die.
And if I did, what then?
You wanted him to die to prove that we don't have that. You have the ultimate control here, not us.
And I do. I do have the ultimate control. You signed the contracts. You signed your lives to me. What I do with them is my purpose, my goal, and you will fill it out to your last breath and beyond if that is what it takes. I do not care how you spend your pathetic lives on this pathetic world, drifting out here in the middle of nowhere. Irrelevant, weak, tiny. What does it matter to me? So long as you fulfill your goal. That is all that matters. He stands there with his arms crossed. The rage filters from his face until he looks back at you with the bored, plain, uninterested expression that he has always greeted you with.
Bernard's wide-eyed with a big old smile on his face.
He says, "Listen to me. I am not sabotaging you. I am helping you. Whether you believe that or not, I care not. But go forward, travel west, follow the mission that has been laid before you, and you will find the answers you seek. You will find the resolution you want. Or you can die. You could die right here, and I care not. I will find others They will sign contracts. They will succeed where you have failed, and it matters nothing to me. Choose now.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, you don't have to do that. Alphonse is just like, fuck, and like turns around like fucking super angry and heads back towards the horse.
I just turn around without saying anything to my horse. I do
looks-
back here.
He
I do
looks
go out to the
directly
field.
at you, Bernard. He meets your eye contact and he stares at you.
So, who were those men, Castor?
They are servants of a god, native to this world.
Do you know where they took Hjalmar?
If you're asking, he lives yet. You will suffer. You will know pain. And he may not be the same person that he was ever again. But yes, he yet lives.
Very well.
Well, I guess it's time for a rescue.
Alright, I went over and pick up Hjalmar's necky.
Jailbreak.
I didn't pick up the axes though. I don't really care about the axes.
What? Those axes are fucking expensive, dude. Pick them up.
Shut up. You're dead.
I'll pick up the axes. I'll put them on my horse.
I
Alright.
see you've been thinking
My
quite a
little
bit
horsey named
also.
Paul Revere.
You see the anger, Bernard, you see the anger fade from his face. And instead it's replaced by a man full of sorrow and pity. And he stares at you and he says,
Why?
"You understand. I didn't choose to do this. I merely follow the laws of this world that I've been stuck in."
The offer still stands.
Nothing, not all is lost.
Not yet.
Keep your chin ups. Things may yet work out for you. I will be watching. I'm sorry for your loss.
Alright, I'm gonna hop off early.
Can you give me 30 minutes?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh.
15 minutes. Give me
Ellis
15
can play
minutes
for
until
you.
10 o'clock.
Sorry.
What the fuck?
Tyler, give me 15 minutes.
Oh, Hazel's
complaint.
tired.
Alice can play for you. It's
I
okay.
don't care.
Sorry. And she's my wife. She's tired. She's worked today.
We can finish up and then
You don't need me.
fill him in.
Yeah, you guys keep on.
Alright, fine. Fuck it. Sure.
Alright.
No,
Catch
that's
y'all later.
stupid. Tyler, god damn it.
Got a wife. Fuck it.
Fuck.
It's fine.
User disconnected from your channel.
It's fine. We can keep going and fill him in. It's his fault. He's gonna miss out. Or not his fault, but
It's not that big of a deal.
Fuck. Okay, fine. Castor disappears in front of your eyes. Bernard. The rest of you gather up. Alfonso, you search the plains, skipping over the cracks, the sunders in the earth. You find Yalmar's sundered arm, chains wrapped around it, and at the end of it, one of his axes.
I'm gonna pick up the axe, but sort of like move the arm with my foot so I don't have to touch it.
better take that damn nucky
You're gonna
too,
have
boy.
to touch it. It's fucking heavy.
Give me my nookies.
Yeah, I'll take the Nucky too.
All right.
I imagine it looks like Thanos' gauntlet in Alfonso's hands. It says Ice Pimp on it instead of having the Infinity Stones. Ice Pimp.
Alfonso and Bernard, you are left alone in the silence of the aftermath. What you just witnessed, you could not possibly put into words. You have lost Yalmar. You have seen him broken before you. What do you do now?
Well, guess we're gonna.
I guess we'll head west.
Yeah, I guess we're heading west, young child. For a wayward child.
These are the brakes. Brakes on the bus. Brakes on the car.
The dynamic,
Make you a superstar.
the dynamic duo begins here.
Wonder Twins powers activate.
For a few hours, you ride in silence. Neither of you speaking of what you just witnessed.
Mark, since it's going to be silence for a few hours, can I ask an OOC question real quick that I just realized?
Go for it.
When Castor presented the contracts, he presented 4, and one of them was fully bloodied.
Yes.
Those motherfuckers sold me, didn't they? Blood for the Blood God? A fully bloody contract?
That's a really good question, dude. That's an excellent thing to think about.
Oh, fuck!
What
Jesus
the
Christ.
actual fuck?
As you travel, Alfonso, Bernard, Jock stayed behind because he's a punk bitch. You travel through forests. You travel through fields. Once or twice you have to fight for your lives against creatures of the forest, which I'm not going to go into right now. But just know that you did. As you come out of one of the perilous forests that you cross through, you come out into an open field. And you see the small smoldering firelight of a camp glowing to your right, in a small cove, a small plain of a forest.
Okay, so we see a camp, you said?
Basically. Yeah.
Is there any activity going on in it?
Well, as you investigate and approach, you do see a ragged man hunched over by the fire. The first thing that catches your eye is that this is no ordinary peasant. This is no ordinary soldier. This is a man decked in full armor plate, emblazoned in gold and silver and steel. A large crest of a noble house. His eyes slightly sunken in from the tales of battle and war. A grizzled beard covering his face that covers up scars. A large scar stretches across his eye. Multiple scars stretch across his temples, up from his neck. And you can tell that this is a man who has suffered dearly and seen much. He sits by the fire, staring into it.
Well, at this point, Bernard's just fucking done. So he's just gonna walk up and call out, "Mind if we share a bit of your fire tonight?"
Ellis?
Uh-huh. You may share this fire with me, but tonight, blood has been spilt, and it's in the air.
All right.
I fucking knew. I fucking knew it. Like the second he just like plate armor, gold embroidered.
I have nothing to do with this. Please carry on.
Well, I'm gonna just sit next to the fire and say, "So, it's a nice
Wait, was
setup
he-
he's got."
Was he around when Alfonso was originally around?
Yes.
Yeah,
but you don't
okay, that's what I
recognize
thought.
him.
Oh, I don't. Okay.
I don't recognize. I wouldn't recognize Alfonso either, because
no.
when we two don't recognize each other
Last
because
time
we've
you
seen
saw
each
me
other
was
when you were a
being
dude.
fucking
You were a
sucked,
dude.
sucked into a portal by a fucking giant bird.
Yeah, but I met you and you were a dude and everything.
You knew
Probably
each
before
other
that.
for about 6 hours.
Yep.
Fun times.
And then I look fucked up.
This man before you is aged heavily. He's maybe 30, 40, or 50. You can barely tell. He's got a thick, rustic beard that looks like he's been surviving in the wilderness for a long time. His eyes are sunken in. He's got scars all across his face and his neck that travel down into his armor that you can't see beyond. But you can tell from his armor, it's fine plate. It's old, but it is royal. It is glorious. It is emblazoned with a mark of a royal house you don't recognize. This is not a man you would find randomly traveling in the field. This is a man with a purpose.
Tell me, what has two wanderers as yourselves in these parts?
That's
Oh, just, business. Fulfilling some contractual obligations.
Contract. What sort of contract may you have? I want myself have a contract.
Oh, my dear friend here has signed up with a very, well, a collector of sorts. He's looking for some rare artifacts, you know the kind.
I want to look at Alfonso and take a closer inspection. I'd see the amulet.
You would.
Do I have to roll for that, or can I just...
No, she's wearing the amulet. You notice it. You recognize it.
I am looking, and then I look at you, Alfonso, and I look a little bit more intently, and I immediately dart down to the amulet, and I stand up, and I walk across to you, and I have the amulet in my hand, and I go, funny thing, I started what may have felt like centuries ago with one of these.
Where'd you get that?
all right. I'm a little like on edge now. Like, who are you?
My name is Monsemard Deasseur. I am hunting for my cousin.
End session.
That's such a fucking like, you killed my father, prepare to die. Way
Yeah,
to do
it sounds exactly like that, but no, end session.
Good.
Man.
I like that.
Oh, I wish Tyler could have fucking waited like
10
10
minutes.
more minutes.
Fuck him,
Oh,
such a bitch.
Mark, you got me with that.
He's got
though.
a wife, dude. Calm
Mark,
down.
Mark, you got me with that.